It's a little bit wet. Good morning, planet. What are you doing down there? Eh? It's too late for you. Surprise, surprise. Medication. That's just what their body needs. Meditation. Ja man, ja man, ja man.
Good morning, mate. Good morning, Annie. Yeah, man. Always up early, mate. I don't know where she is, man. Oh, there she's there. She's running about in the dark. I'm going to open the shed door for her, man. She's a shed head. We've got a little bit of a rainy day going on. As weather goes, it's going to clear up here today and it's going to be nice and sunny, so shine on. Time for coffee and a doobie. You just make sure you've got all your hand shoes and well wrapped up. It is still quite a bit windy, Annie. And they say it's going to be raining here for a few hours, but it'll be nice later though. But it'll be a nice night. Just a little cold, but the stars should be out. Look forward to getting home to your relaxation. You don't give a fuck. Until you get coffee. You ain't get a very good view of the garden this morning because it's wet. It's all on the window. But hopefully these clouds will start to shift, man. Soon. Goed. The vrouw says on the TV. Good. Not good. You had a late night, Buzz, or you up early? You too, Annie. Have a great day. Catch up with you later, mate. Peace. There she is. There he is. It's a great little cameraman, but I cannot use both my hands. I've got one hand not working. It's on the list. Putting the kettle on, mate. I just seen that there. What time is it? I've got a couple of hours. So I need to move about 10 o'clock to get to where I need to go. It's 10 o'clock here, it's 9 o'clock your time. As we are in the future here, so anything you need to know, just ask. I'm not sure why. I'm sure there'll be a perfect scientific reason for it, but why your second coffee tastes so good. Is it just really basically because you weren't properly awake when you had your first coffee? Because I've got a friend who's got a coffee machine, and I'm sure the coffee that he makes, the first coffee, is amazing. So it's maybe just saying something about the quality of my coffee. It's always a possibility. My friend gave us a good coffee machine to use, but the coffee things that go in the machine are a little bit expensive. Lucky you can see a bit of sun this morning, I think. These clouds are too heavy, mate. Excuse me. Hope that microphone's working okay, mate. I had a little look at it and try to do a bit of suppression, and hopefully there shouldn't be too much air noise and sounding like I'm close to a waterfall. Hold on. I'm going to give that a quick once over. See if there's anything. That's a lot better. Top up my coffee. don't think this will last too long, mate. To be honest with you. I'm still going to try and give it a little go again, but yeah, we'll see. Already started with our nonsense, man. Because one thing's for sure, brother. I'm not here for long now. If I want a chance to say anything, better say it now. Even just the opportunity to express yourself. How does that sound? In a world where most people think no one's listening, to them as an individual, or maybe for the individual thinking that they don't even listen to themselves. And if you don't even listen to your own voice inside, how do you expect others to listen to you? But yeah, man, I digress. I know you're in the background there, Buzz, still, and you're doing bits and pieces, getting your coffee together. But I was just wondering, are you up late or are you up early? Or is it just the same things that stop me from sleeping? Yeah, the third coffee's just coffee now. The second coffee was great. The first coffee was, I don't know. suppose it's a little bit strange, but when I was homeless, it was the best coffee I'd ever had in my life. That's a fact. Yeah. Sunrise rain. Hopefully, by the time I'm walking the dog today, it will be nice and sunny. Excuse me. I'm going to wait for you to come back, Buzz, but I think I've got another question for you, but I think I've asked you about four since you've been away. Questions. No need for explanation. You're good. I understand. I'm just happy that it still seems to be working. I think I asked it first there, Buzz. Are you up late or is it an early morning? Are you managing to get to sleep at night? Have you got good medication for that? I've actually not even looked in that direction, mate, and I may be looking at it very shortly, so. I've got my court date soon for the judge to decide whether I can stay in the country or not, so. Yeah. Hopefully I've done enough to satisfy the courts, because the government decided they didn't want me out. So yeah, man, I may be looking at these new rules very shortly, mate. Crazy corporation, man. Just a wee back to 2018 when the November the 1st marijuana thing was rolled out. And if you remember, I did that video about it, tearing it to shreds. And me approaching my doctor and finding out that I was not on the list that could access medicinal marijuana. And then when you find out a lot of the top marijuana products that the doctors do offer, they're all synthesized in extracts. There's nothing that was pure. There was nothing that was bud. There was nothing that was oil. And of course, when I went and did a lot of the studying back then in 2018, mate, you're finding out that the UK was one of the major exporters of medicinal marijuana. For years, they had the number one product, Sativex, on the market in the world. It's such a hypocritical scheme within these corporation lobbyists connected to the pharmaceutical companies, and definitely at the top of the cynical mountain. I know it's obvious to see as well with the sort of thing that happened with the pandemic and the profiteering that was done, and just yeah. Is what it is. But just what you're talking about there, I think a lot of things like that are going to be made a lot more accessible and easier, because it's much to do with their own nothing and be happy. Here they've taken away the rights for a patient to grow their own medicinal marijuana. Apparently you're still allowed to grow a couple in your garden in the summer, but only outside. But they've just recently, 2 cities, given their coffee shops the right to grow their own medicine, so the customers can see what's in the medication and how it's been grown, and it's all been grown healthily. But there's a high taxation on these coffee shops that makes the governments a lot of money, while the patients who who are relying on this herbal medication, not a pharmaceutical chemical, especially for long-term patients like myself, yourself, who've got degenerative conditions, who need medication every single day. There's no rights for the patient. Well, you want to use medicinal marijuana as a medication? Yep, no problem. Your doctors can sanctify it, you can get all the green ticks you need, but you're still going to need to go to the coffee shop and pay top rate for your medicine. Collaboration, man. Pennies from heaven. grow your own army. It's something that properly can never ever be released into mainstream because it cuts out so much of the pharmacological industry. Proven fact now that one plant has got so many health beneficial effects. When you break down that plant in its natural state, treats almost everything. So yeah, you can't have that. You know that syndrome, mate, where the hostage taker likes to give the hostage an ice cream. What's that called again? The Stockholm syndrome, I think. Yeah, man. The whole world's been hypnotised. We all think that we've, as bad as it is, it's not that bad. Self-preservation kicks in and empathy is returned by selfishness and lack of self-fucking accountability. It's just so easy to make it that it's everything else that makes you feel the way you feel. I feel like that because of that and this and that other thing. You know what I mean? Just totally giving up your whole psyche to outside vibrations and having no control of your own self-determination, mindset, or thought. There's a basic saying for that. Fuck that. Excuse me. When I had to, it was a DWP that made me go for a full medical here in Holland, so they could adjudicate where my pain was, sort of like. So I got a professional, independent medical examination here, and once I went through everything that's wrong and the bits and pieces and what I sort of need to deal with, the surgeon and the anaesthetist had wrote down that Mr. Walker will probably need to use between 2 and 3 grams a day. I was like, wow, man, I wish I could even imagine to afford 2 or 3 grams a day. That would just be a fantastic medicinal experience. But it's all my paperwork. Mr. Walker used between 2 and 3 grams a day for his medicinal needs. Yeah, man. Just talking about medicinal needs. Get our joint together, mate. Buzz, you've wrote there, to know yourself is to find your inner wisdom. For without your inner wisdom, if you try to know the world, you'll miss what the eyes of wisdom perceive. I'll be right back, mate. Enjoy the view. I'm going to get another doobie together. Yeah, one more coffee also.
worden en stellen vraagtekens bij de kennis van de verhaal. Want wij hebben dus de gist terug in de fles. Nou, wat is de vraag? Wat voor een van? Vooral gewoon een stevige discussie. Al die mensen die al kritiek hebben aan het komen, dat zijn dat zijn vaak lokale VVD-actievelingen, als wethouder, als fractieleider. Meestal zijn ze gewoon in de gemeenteraad actief, dat is belangrijk, en zijn ook het meest contact met de bewoners. Maar goed, je hebt ook onder die lokale VVD's dus het is misschien te simpel om te zeggen, ik wil alleen maar besturen tegenover die electoraal gevoerde. Maar het is dat stuk allemaal in dezelfde partij. Ja, wat we deden voor jouw stuk, als je weet wat sprak jij, dat veel inderdaad in het lijst, of van de wethouders aan te debatteren. Wat sprak van jou? Nou, de bestuurders die vinden de kant van zaken van de scheidingslagfunctie heel begrijpelijk. En die kunnen ook meteen over wat ze in hun eigen gemeente allemaal doen. Statushouders niet op. Terwijl de mensen uit de gemeenteraad, die voelen die druk van die burger, die erin staan, die weten, voet in de modder. Ja, precies, de mensen met COVID-19, die zijn kritisch op wat allemaal gebeurt. Van de andere kant, dat is wat gebeurt. Dan moet je veel meer zien proberen te weten. De beste dingen zijn natuurlijk zo dat ze uiteindelijk een insvorming beperken. Er zijn allerlei ideeën voor, maar die zijn zo ideaal vind ik anders die ideeën die we kunnen gaan waarmaken. Maar ook in de Tweede Kamer, dat we de meerderheid vormen, maar goed, die zeker als moeten daar allemaal op ingaan, dat zal wel de stand zijn. Dat is voor mensen, dat is het centrum van de partij. Ja, dan met mij is dat niet zo super meegemaakt. Ja, bijna campagne, helemaal vlekkeloos, maar langzamerhand heeft hij ook twijfels gehad. Haar verhalen waren wel een beetje uit de tweede te laten aanhalen. Het was geen goede marketing. Die vroeg ook een beetje wat sexy en de adviezen van hem allemaal. Ik sta in dat krant, die dat kant op. En op een moment was het zwaar. Wel niet veel PVV, ja, vaak, maar heel kiezelbaar. PVV is niet genormaliseerd. Dit is een fantastische campagne voor zijn achterban en blijkbaar voor een nog groter electoraat dan we dachten. En de verkiezingen was een enorme schok. Er was ook PvdA van de Schotland over dit. Dus daar heeft ze al zeker gefaald. Ja. Ja, ik denk dat we wel een beetje bestaan moeten. Maar niet zo hard vragen.
Ja, maar
terwijl de meer bestuurlijk ingestelde ook de zogenaamde rendementen die wijzen op voor de vinden tekortschietende democratische houding van de partij. Ja, kijk, staat nu nog op doen. Maar goed, dan verwacht jij een moties. Dat zou kunnen, maar eigenlijk ben ik niet zo van ja, ik heb een afspraak van een partij gezien. Natuurlijk inderdaad soms die wordt ja, en dan is het interne onderzoek voor de huidige gesprekken met de natie. Nou ja, ik niet zo goed kan zeggen, want misschien nog niet weet. Heel misschien systeem worden. Meer leven dan is dat. Dat is niet de basis. Dat is mooi dat daar wel. Dankjewel.
Right, wat die met. I caught out myself there. Goddamn too old, mate. Everything's all the bits.
Friends. Overtrouw je jezelf. De nieuwe 100% van mijn visie zo ooit 2
Yeah, man. Come on, clouds. That's beautiful, mate. I prayed for help, and what I got was love. I looked for the light, expecting it from above. I should have known better. My mind was blown apart. The love and light was beaming straight out of my heart. Ja, man.
Van westen naar oost nog behoorlijk wat regen, maar later ook zon. Vandaag tussenkomst in Muslims tegen Israël. Doden bij land in verzorgingshuis. En over Djokovic strandt onverwacht in een halve finales spelen.
1 minuut. Ik moet. Heeft channel 6. Channel 1 tot 9 uur. En half van Nederlands tot 10. Altijd proberen met luisteren te Nederlands. Altijd aan de tv, ondertitels. My English is not so good. My Dutch is not so good. And my coffee's definitely mediocre, man. I need to sort this out. But I'll tell you what, the ganja's amazing, so some things make up for everything else. The corporation has sure got a hold of everything now, Buzz, eh? I just think it's quite amazing, the sort of like what's that, rabbit caught in the headlights vibe right through coronavirus, and the transparency now for everybody to see that we've spoke about, the zero integrity to maximise profits. And yeah, man, rabbits in the headlights of the corporation. Well, they're just totally blatant out and saying it now. We spoke about it for decades, was it? About this esoteric underlying force that seemed to be manoeuvring its way into society and about to take over the Machiavellian plan, the sort of like the well-known and spoken about Agenda 21, how it's sort of like very easily been decompartmentalized, but very much integrated into the systems. And wow, here it is in operation. We all see it now. But it's very much that sort of like, well, we're fucked now, aren't we? Because once it's been revealed, it's too late. As a collective, it's almost impossible. As individuals, that's where things could maybe start. Yeah, man. Just don't give up that hope. It's a dangerous psychological crossover when you do, mate. And it turns everything monotone, black and white, slow motion. And it's dis-ease. It's related to all women's psychological and neurological effects from depression, anxiety, onwards and onwards and onwards. No hope. Oh, no, 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 no.
Ik heb dat ook nog een keer meegemaakt, maar alles is verschillend. Nou, zo zijn wel wat ook iemand zeggen, dat weten we van jou, van mij terecht is het dus over de zaak. Ja, hoe is het duurzaam? Dat kan allemaal van de beeld van de protesten en van alle stikstofregels. Als ik denk dat dit alleen maar deze van de boeren, dan heeft het mis, dan zou ik zeggen, ik kan dit gaan werken, ik kan het nog. Het verduurzamen is voor de boeren namelijk veel te voor de kosten niet gaan betalen. Boeren moeten duurzamer te werk gaan en dan minder mest verspreiden. En wilde dat koeien op varkens houden. Het heeft allemaal te maken met het milieu, zo ging van de uitstoot van verkeerde stoffen. De NRC weet dat boeren die verduurzame plannen helemaal niet kunnen betalen. Alleen is het nog niet betalen voor die fles melk of dat soort kaas van bakje vlees financieel haalbaar. In Noord-Ierland is een tragische vondst veranderd in een micro-archeologische ontdekking. In de politie vond haar afgelopen oktober in het veen in het lichaam van een tierjongen. Nu blijkt uit onderzoek dat hij niet in stand is overleden, maar al minstens 2000 jaar ligt. Lichamen blijken in veen goed in Nederland zijn ook meerdere veen.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Buzz. It's just linked to that trust thing as well, and it's where do you look to connect to something solace that will resonate with your consciousness? Because I totally feel these times are by design, and what we see is not what we believe it is to be. Belief and knowing is so far apart at the moment. And I suppose they're always far apart. The belief is belief and knowing is knowing. To believe something is one thing, but to know something is totally different. So yeah, they're always shoved together, belief and knowing. But I know, brother, this is what I'm saying. I really do believe it is still all by design, that it does look like this. It does look like, oh, they're losing the trust and everybody sees now and stuff like that. But mate, how long is this sort of history of energy been repeating itself as far as we can go back and what we've studied in wars and things on our discussions, live streams and stuff? We see this energy just seems to be constantly repeated and folded over, and just respun and blueprinted and passed on to the next, because the corporation has always been in control with these politicians that are pushed out of a sort of like a facade of control for us all to focus on. Because these career politicians are sometimes only in the job for 4, 8 years, maybe 12 at the most. That's their best spin in the political monster's belly. So they need to do everything that a corporation asks through the links, through the lobbyists. And we all know these guys have got such major bank accounts. And they're spinning it in the machine and they're spun back out while the corporation carries on in these major, major industrial complexes, from food cycle, the pharmacological, the war machine, all of it. It's all the corporation. And they don't really care who's in charge, just as long as they're front man to take the flak, where they can continue their agenda of profiteering, zero integrity to maximize profits. That's why I think a lot of the psychology on everything at the moment is so diverse and split, where all, even just the AI stuff that's been put out there, because what is fake and what is true? I mean, you know us as creators. I know that you write all your stuff because you've been writing all your stuff for years before the AI stuff was even out there. But now people can now question, oh, is he writing that himself? And just that thought alone is that psychological sort of like fascist energy of the negativity within the anonymous thumbs down. It's these little psychological things that people are not highlighting on enough. Now that thing has been introduced, who knows who is a true creator and who is speaking from true inspiration of their own inspired motivation, you know? Or they're just putting some search into a machine and getting some words thrown up where people are being distracted by something that is artificial. It's the same with the pharmacological industry. It's the exact same with the food. It's the exact same with why they fight wars. It's all artificial. It's all about the fucking profit, problem, action, and there must be a profitable solution. What is the other saying? Oh yeah, bastards of hell. Was it this sort of stuff that got us banned and blocked and removed in the first place? I'll say it one more time. That I mean, as I've said before, YouTube. What side of history are you eventually going to end up on? Because I know you are a private corporation and you can do what you want. You can make your own rules, but it's the sort of people you're hanging about with. Yeah, they're coming into question. What's actually probably going to come into question is even the term that YouTube uses, which is community standards. That's a very interesting term, I feel. And if we could probably just put the two words to the side at the moment, community, what actual community mean, and standards, to withhold that word of what standards mean, not to manipulate what standards can mean, and some standards are different from, and what community means, not to manipulate that either. That would be nice. 3, 2, 1, streamed out. Because they're very good at manipulating channels and even very popular channels into being controlled opposition. You know, a lot of these channels that are out there who have had problems are being totally manipulated in what they talk about, the guests they have on. I mean, certain people need to throw up little disclaimers as they're talking about certain things. You can't say certain words. Wow. On even a very minimalistic level, is fascism in play. And I suppose that when you start to accept the playground, yeah, you might not like it or not. That's what it is. It is elementary, Watson. Man, Sherlock. No shit, Sherlock. That's brilliant as well, mate. I love that. Just a second. Right back. Wrote there, facts are facts and fiction is fiction, and blind faith in science has become an addiction. Obsession, compulsion to do as they're told, it causes most of them to never grow old. Some are just brainwashed or hooked up on pills. Some are just broken, left with shattered wills. So when faced with truth that goes against science, their ego takes over and screams their defiance. The pride does not let them see they've been tricked or or the pain that believing that lies can inflict. The result is suffering, as we've seen through the years. And once dead, how can you cry, apologetic tears. You know why I'm laughing? Brilliant, man. Yeah, man. Every single person, mate, recognising that I'm not in the birth canal of spirituality itself. That river everybody's floating down, denial. At one level or another. Still, yeah, can still hear those jets taking off this morning, man. I don't know what support the Netherlands are giving to the UK and America out round about the Yemen and the Red Sea at the moment, but they're giving some support because 3, 4 days in a row now, it's just like you hear this massive big rumbling of these jets taking off. Time of wonder. Did you see that there was the annual analysing of the doomsday clock and they decided to leave it at 90 seconds to go? I was a little bit surprised at that. I've had a doomsday app on my phone ever since I've had a phone, I think, to give you DEFCON updates. That's how long I've been thinking about nuclear Armageddon. And it's not really fatalistic, it's just an acceptable fact. Yeah, we just need a leveler, mate. We need something to sort of level the playing field a little bit. I mean, demonstrations and marches and all these sort of things. The lip service, if anything ever changes because of mass demonstration and marches, then I would love to see it. And it's just so easily infiltrated by people who can turn cars over, smash windows, and start fires, and diminish the reason for demonstration in the first place. And I don't like the word demonstration, but it's got the word demon in it. I just don't. I've demonstrated at places for things, but there must be another way that doesn't involve a word demon. Are you seeing that on the screen, mate? No, it's away again. YouTube sending me messages, man. I've got another 30 minutes here, mate. Listen, I'm going to try and hit you up on. I'm going to try and give you a call, right? We'll leave this as it is just now, man. Got another message for YouTube again. Are you seeing that on the screen, mate? I'll never fully trust any of this stuff, man. Are you available for another 15, 20 minutes, mate? I'm going to try and give you a little call. I'll go and see if I can reactivate my Skype, okay? This has put me on a delay, man. This is what's for whatever reason this is what we're on a delay. Yeah, man. Right, I'll talk to you soon, mate. Right. Anybody else that's been in the chat or the stream, peace and love, plant positive seeds. And we should be back for a coffee chat in the morning. Yeah, man. Peace out. Peace.